ato high sense adaroma ni nyina no aye nuama ye yusu ofie home appliances TV na open air condition obi a wo hia fridge no kase na ese mo amu aye cold stores no mo fridges ni nyina bi ewo ho a wonsam ebeka bi mo amu pe nuama yusu kitchen blenders and afi eba no microwave no ma ni nyina bi ewo yen so room o Ghana have fana be bia be na bi ato ye 0302550000 na afi high sense wura yen aso ye power specialist eba hospital ya ma me doctor akoso adua ya woni obo adwuma ye pa na ohwe said ye nuama nsom akwa we yare hepatitis no na afi fatty liver eba no fibroid and asem bia eye kidney ana problem ewo ma wodi ni nyina no bra na afi ye mo wutie mi na anope ya wotena se ewa akra kwabanya ACP road ewa power hospital bus stop mo amokuma se fe ya sebosumtwi road ewa adua ya junction na takrade fo no wo record ase ewa anaji extate 0244 544-422 na afenuama ekama ye kwa mono nemom the Hayes properties o madaroma na me pa cho pa se ne ope ne properties won semze bia o pa asase ato ana asem bia won so ton wo de na the Hayes ene wo no ya ka plug pa se ne obi bwao amonya asase e okuma se ana se ope bi ato ye janu asase sem de ha tieni ye pa wo koto asase a ese ope obi a wono ya gina tum tesa wo koto ya langafo asa be gina wo be je sem bia wo dan ana wo ton ana se wo pe dan ensom ato a wo mu ana ebwao na fe property won sa ensom achima ka bi wo mu handle ade bia property also no obe biato anasa obesa woton no wo mu ana ebo na afenu amako kama eti amonti the Hayes property. Your numbers is 0249 840 110 0249 840 110 genuinely asase sem de enfan fa fichire onti sa waso be esipa nti wonsem eno no ye call na afi fancy atoaso wo me na say supremo ye bana ye ba be share yen question of the day we no amuzu p adaroma amuzu sponsored eno ana awaso ya cinema ye question of the day no my infection drone eno no na Dr. Amuzu say ye misal say what is a UEFA Champions League anthem eba when anayana chesebia ni din enso ba utirim the moment about is a Champions League anthem sound no player bang ana wote ni din enso utirim. Which player comes to mind when you hear the UEFA Champions League anthem? Which player comes to mind when you hear the UEFA Champions League anthem? And no a question amuzupi say yemisao kabo messages no abiaba Facebook Benji fancy se we are Ronaldo ananidi and so about Pedro Martina Cruz Fernando El Nino Torres go against FC Barcelona a special power and on this special birthday Emma Fancy Di Maria and anope and I cast is a couple banner say Real Madrid this CR7 dia womu anema in the Champions League anthem we a sound the ewomitrimo from KB Babrin Salum and me monitor mo free appear Charles say Messi where you go to wono ana ni din eba bra kwabna and so say CR7 and Ponsa Bright as a CR7 the goal machine and ono so de ne dia na ne kunsuko do chrome was so Thierry Henry ana ni din and so eba we Trent Thomas was CR7 atakra Joseph atakra Sergio Ramos ha sa kwa no gina chirewa ehu ye pa Eric Osei amankwa as a CR7 and after display as a Didier Drogba and so obia a sound e woni team Pabra Champions League anthem and so bo ene anopi. Wow, still live on Wontumi TV, digital satellite afei. Live on Wontumi TV, live on YouTube. Also no, live and so ewo na obana wunya no adaroma wa share. Ama wofon so enya bi enso ahwe na afei. Omo so enya bi enso etie YouTube for no. Ma me share mo messages na real quick na afei. Yenko yenim we Shadrack Kasiamo say Liam Messi ana ne din so eba ne mu ana we so say the highest goal. I know see Ronaldo
Ronaldo Don Pablo our YouTube and what then message no so buy and away so I Kenneth Boadu say Nidia Lamin Yamal Benjamin Mensah as Ronaldo and at the moment of Champions League anthem Nani D and Sabani Tim Kofi Kemek as Ronaldo Samuel Yabua was say a Messi the goat and away I Daniel Coben and so say Nidia see Ronaldo and D and so a Barney Munya and the Ketwa ground and so I don't know him and so our boss many youngs who birthday by draw on come will be auntie
I know the Alatasano
manager also your 10th match
wow manager I wish you happy birthday come up hey I want me auntie look at me
away boss no
away you go no go there
we a birthday goodness
enjoy your day
I'm for code na mama for nyamintu super so men wo ye ko from now no BW43 FA6 509 and we 140 O's 140 O's
good
BW43 FC3 433 and here 22 O's BW43 FBF E99 13 O's
good
BW43 FC0 9CC and here 12 O's and our last code and here 6 BW43 FC0 4B3 T no and no oh yes now man
Champions League
Liverpool for Galatasaray for Momon Feni Agona but the Gala for no we be bad to say on Saturday na yen house of folk no kotokoni jino man so no so mo bought Champions League I was an stadium bomber before like po money and flag light no akomko
nyezo
o sika Gala for no be dream na dream no Liverpool abatown
sikaba discover na me say
the converters can me kwana me rasa ho na me so wonye
we play a
sometimes me convert ya na me de shame ho cry tina mo target wo tina ya na bet for me try say 15 billion na me pe no to take it back we be to try na be 2 to the 15 million
30
ti yan komra
we have
ma de o ye kesi ana
why ne kesi kompod ye mani jijim
Wontumi
asa
Well, young criminal about this Wontumi Sports Buffet live on YouTube Wontumi TV live and of course live on Facebook and so Wontumi 101.3 FM now fe watch like in page now watch and producer bia obeso share na odo messages na guase and so edi aba young criminal about this is the show young comrade
Agwa juma no you ya me wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma asa chre no you ya me wo hoda se uji dia obeya juma ye bompaye shamachi shra Yehuwa ilahenu Yehuwa ekat we ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika luvika uvika naveshika uvika miyodika tode yashak in English in the name of Jesus amen
messages and come on 16 matches and also Ababasona early kick-off match and also a game I can say take you and Galatasaray Bobokuno was so body at Liverpool winner time and pay which I and Jumali as far as I want to me I just forced by Taropa morning you know yeah the latest and some Arabana Shara Kabamame I almost game also no Abbas our bra you want Galatasaray more ball I will fear Eddie Tiabo Bokua you found Liverpool so much Abbas you know Yarikani about to that time at Cobas and Liverpool for the touch it down and some Istanbul no any ate one so proper a gamer and also other question you know what I'm saying Yamian and Perry say what will be so saying and a slot ball the game number 100 send us how much way and some other Siakwaniate now reporter and on about say and now we should impact Tom Archer some bar and your stadium said the atmosphere and some other Siako Ebiano Serbia Fourian so other Kwaniate one more Boguan bow and then Irene Quatano one so be our bound and I couldn't clear Ebian Gigaminkel and Asampo one in the squeeze and some Anabano Metis and the stadium and some Abama now stadium Abomani and almost proper video no and no some managers and Chakuno now Galatasaray for say one Kikan Omusika one Benya from good process and no I take it on and watch it about Sabia product sales now to somebody Ebia Bibi and some our store and I said a shop and some our stadium Ebia muffler beach as a JCB and it's a some product Tomotoa one more telling you the woman another Trino I was some much way a fetcher 3 million euros out of my club your friends are no and some Galatasaray no just a 3 million euros now I was a fetcher and some other money you know what I'm so converted bar I sick anymore now just a 37 million 389,000 Ghana and no I sick your body just a new currency no I don't know just a Trump I 37 million Ghana cities our Brano I'm a kind Ketanana just yet him maybe a Kotoko John and also be a house of folk John and also bar a African double game now just a stadium but be up on a Trubadu Krana we never been found nice take it I'm so short as we never been torn nipa Boma or be up and some Ashana Galatasaray for no and some other shares as cano not just a 373 billion and can Sika and Anna tree and Onkwa one more our get dear Guachino I 890 million and no and some matches amount one more some other share brother who much about Kupanya 373 or Kasabia running up Krana there's a 374 old currency billion and no and some amount now you can say no I say Galatasaray what was some team about me at here yet I just send something you know and some Emma now my manager first and a slot way what I'm saying Brian Kuswa you can say or first and a slot and also born game number 100 and a manager no what was also on class and Kakwanamza na tension crash and homes on Kaikra na game 100 from Sabia Machi Ebeko Kamaniate Adebia also as a club biano woman some aye omokai Sabia Branaba so kick off baba na Chelsea Liverpool kwatano and some ayatuma debabia na ayam dare say manager ne kan wo ayan the press conference no say wo ba team no last season no na squad and some aye kama and this season squad no and some aye kama omunim papa wo bia no obaso omotoba bia no wo some auto at the banam board here wo bia no say te bedru ba bia say results abechia kakrani atintono won koyi club no dimpone wo say official last season na the team no aye kama and this season so no wo some aye kama no nyina no aye some are proud to and some game our near can say at least some years for complex here and aye can say Galatasaray manager first and a slot no one some other buy Yentio coach.
Now, first of all, it makes me really proud that I've become the Liverpool manager, and that is going to be my 100th game. I don't think I have a bad track record in those 100 games. Although sometimes you get a different feeling about that if I have to listen to everything. But makes me proud, and I'm looking. And it's nice that the 100th game is such a nice game to play. Champions League last 16 away game against Galatasaray. So But as always, it's never about the manager, it's always about the players. I try to prepare them just as good as all the other 99 games I've done before. But it's always the players who have to then perform. And I've been very lucky that I've been given a very good team in both seasons, last season and this season. And I have all the trust that these players will perform at the levels we are used to of a Liverpool team. Now, first of all, it makes me really proud that
yes, and I can't free manager friend sir and a slot as well the banana pen live with the show arches I know and some update by a fan kakra na shara from call a metropolitan ho and then Atletico Madrid and some other bobokua your fan sir Tottenham Hotspur amusu game no and some other Barcelona match where match bakua no some more call just Atletico you win and just a 1 up and just a 2 up and at so bia will be able to trust a fish a big match biana bobo kwara Atletico Madrid and some of and you wanna Madrid akwa 5-2 and then you also the Barcelona so koya we some akwaje 4 now just a big matches this season when it matters most and a club Atletico de Madrid almost aya side we some extra almost and as a more now junior say maybe the Atletico for no we some Spurs na adeba kwa ama manfo so jiri ba sa match way and some are very dicey where are you gamer and some are you KG and say Tottenham for no Oko Premier League ma wo mo form no nya say no am so a couple points na be madroba akumienu miensa bi na wo mo drop the call relegation zone mo enti mo na de sa form no and judge Spurs no mo wo hwa Spurs wo mo twumani wo mo di and some our Champions League one kasabi aye Tottenham ana na aye kasay no wo some adaba bi o mo da e league table no so enti o mo so wa jiri say aye dey match na aba so awa we no wo some abaya dwuma no sample no ana koba say e got two door one aba aye press conference oba no one aye Spaniard aye Fransa Pedro Porro wo mo mi no ana che so mo so be mi kan say aye press conference ama team no na Pedro Porro ana say one wa catch any teammate no say I was some warrior because on warning and on demo now I catch on baby bano and young Pada Stadium and now one Spurs every game no one person and you will be as I said one you and some I would do what dance or say would you want to share quality this season Shabola and on one castle crown as a player this season was share Atletico Madrid one matches out of P and some of the sad stadium at the what trying to say I'm ball film quality adra I'm different animal cry just some no who unum crema mama example 2 Madrid derby one share 5-2 and I'm watching Barca bomb 4-0 and some our Copa del Rey first leg our semi final anymore and Jabran Jabran support there there was one coming in some match way and some young kwata match crowd no and some yasma player you find say Pedro Paul or no and some to our brown something no yet am I to for another pay and some our show no sooner you go so I Tottenham Hotspur woman some someone else say maybe come somewhere last year summer now someone make a pass me catch us now Argentina ni akotana you find Christian Romero walk up and make kai some player on the story no Miami cases who say I catch you tribunal or join Atletico Madrid na emuo ana mesara betu twa say Spurs for the same on na all sign new contract or say we are one some the armband abemano na just some the captains armband no and the dada aye Romero na unu ya so Japan here and some stay na emsa oka omanu omo pa Captain Romero and some account say ono etiase stay na wasan kokokra na Jameson can say emsa san Sorbian anamrabi mesana betu just a boy no say races where bibia ni wo achasa ma kwata no one must stay no koso upon the ball and so the Spurs obeko Jaminya no sa fei yese Tottenham Hotspur fana jatum say emsa the papa mu a e wasam omoton afi omai open say wa obeba na bia negotiation ni ade and so obeko say sikobia no wo so beton ama player no one some akwasa the moment nipa no be na adwen sa wontimi mo enfama club ni biem no I was so Jenny Kramer on so kosere be a both parties so be ensom asum enso adwono na bamunchi fo no away me no ka se bamunchi tim no aye dey na na ju amoso bo Atalanta na ekwina Atalanta for dey aye Dortmund enfa so a wo be no so fast like Dortmund aye adwuma no kama tinka bia karetela gi anyomu ko defend kakra ensom awo begamo bra yesu so bo a osia bo na Atalanta from part some for call wo mo chia no mo boys ensom ense from any other na Atalanta che Dortmund and Jamomo ensom ade advance ababeshia aye ba mu che na dwino aye big game and about so manager your father say company there when he can ya train so be alert fitness test our player your father say hurricane ehono and also betimi aba na report am me say can say and the game no say Joshua Kimmich any no di yellow card return like next week na me ya doma Alliance Arena and ya say Joshua Kimmich ebebo and no nko a Michael Olise eyobi also no and some aye careful and so no so di yellow card na say return leg and ya say Olise and some ebebo Dayot Upamecano so yobi ono aye one yellow card away from suspension me no kasa kwada no so yobi ono and some betimi am say wo mo return leg wa bone nyina no gina so bia na wo mo di clean slate and some ebeko fie say na be sia kwada nyina no ya baba so na onu say Liverpool for no and then odu opa bu say Liverpool ni bia say moto Luis Diaz e ma ne kwae no anya bia ayam den na mo replace wo bia be ka twa so buy ne de anyenye no wonder say anaslo to de na won fa so kra o wo kai say before say Luis abeko no na me can say manager no empesa akoda na abeko any adempo some jab Diaz kwai amana kodia and he also mo saying the right replacement and some adamano and now uko bamuntina amumpen for no wo mo say sikano kra no beto Luis Diaz na bama I say omanya no fuo na bona akoda no buy obonum am say ya dutwam na sanka ebia Liverpool for no say bia say ana akoda no dwumade ya siti anka menya sure sa wo mo som abeto no sa ebia ma ba mo chintim no na omani nya chepa eno ana coach I for say company ensom esa bo aye Diaz abaso na omokra no mo fa no lucho no so lucho no bra wo so no friend say player wo nya ball dan na no bia ball ne babra wo masaka sakanasie to say there be a baby e ho ye dina te na be bana bi a ho no to say defender yi wo jiri dia tia so damini benkum ni fani ade sha ho je 1-2 no ko no abana say wo to no wo say wo koda nim koda ma see na just o yaman fo ku ba bi no bra akoda ni mboni bo na company sem omani anche power no and ma chaos esi wono ana chasamsa wo ma ba bia wo so chese em sabe bia eya bibia ho a chese akora no nya bon wo first opponent saka nko na chese to opponent no ana na manager company efa ho ensom abo akoda na baso yinches ma coach I fan sa Vincent company ensom attitude that fan boy no eho.
But I think what we love about Lucho has done really well in terms of numbers, so this is clear and this is easy then for everybody to agree on his value for the team, but I think it's so much more than that. I said he's a player who has quality in chaos. I always said with Lucho, I called it creativity in chaos, but what I love about him is I think the message he sends when he plays is a big part the message we are as a team as well, you know, always fighting, always trying to get something, you know. It's not because we are a big club, it's not because we are Bayern Munich that we have that we are any less hungry than any other team, you know. And Lucho gives us this. He gives us this very clear image of a team who's hungry for everything, and his 14 goals and everything is done in terms of assists. They come in many ways, but it's not the only message I think that he's given this season. So yeah, it's been a pleasure to have him with us. Always.
Yes, now just a word, and it says a money and manager. No, one of the son of Quadano or Brenano pay home something now. Yet Emma, you tell for our show us our fee. Yet some much I am saying we are singing also trainer more now some other Pebby Asher and Anna Trino. And Newcastle, our fearsome James's are and I just want Barcelona and some again out of Barcelona. Dominion on the pen say, woman, let's say on project here. Newcastle and Barcelona again and I Trino. I'm saying. Ewiasa fananyina omwa wamo som adapa match ni bi ahwe chasa wo calculate ombenya baya 400 million enipa anadri omosom adapa Barcelona away to Newcastle and some agami bi ahwe no wamo se ebedru 400 million spectators and no ISF and abahwa no oye spectator so be stadium any ade and some oye bia ni nyina no ye kakra wamo som adia banana no Newcastle for one was what to say FC Barcelona ever started one Garcia in post and watch it. I mean, you say, Bibi and some Sandia, Eric Garcia, ever ball, and Yadiasa Pau Kubansenum, woman ever started our Chiro, and I found Quadana and Fan say, Gerard Martin, one and some other started, Joe Cancel Urban, Mike Bernard, one of Padri, and a family plus one and some other Yajumano, Rafinha on the left, Lamin Jamal on the right, nothing. Robert Vandowski, one of Ashenimu Adiama Clubba, your father's FC Barcelona Anopeno, your Ante Tabana Deba Cromsa, a young Barca Dennis time and match and a never drew. Nessa Lamin Jamal Abdulkin fast and some away. Outside Ramadan, say Capo Gusua, a Cosonia, Defudio Biamuya, now player Balco and some Boget and Wana, War Busan, Ayan and Crawford say, I can't how many minutes as I saw Basso no Muso, Massa, I never told you no Muslim for the bra. Now, Dio, Nanin Ala Domuchata, Tialan Cosina Mumpa Bonne, Makoma Swadi and Shonin and Emra. Because and easy cry until you say penny be a so travel Brahms on Muslim that's all who said be a bra almost Brahmas or travel guns and Mumba Dubako Crossom from Pebian Manini T. Yes, about Safari just say about do something not just a Lamino and some breaking fast and some away. Also, we are fasting at the Popola and I are different. I chase when you be I mean no some at all young Tia Casino. Wamo some anya tie pasa ba bia born channel and some other buapa na manager fansa flake ono and was yaman to say and Yoma, when we are against Atletico Madrid, and after maybe on a tossini, no more money, and suma first leg. When we J 4-0 no was a sunny man in Anomasia, almost repeat to be Serbia in the game against Newcastle. Now, Ebia Bassa, quite mistake there. Yes, a high line, not just an Ashley Bounce and NHS, Ebia Anthony Gordon, NHS Anthony Imo, Langanum, and Norman and Conference. I'm so being no one let's go to Galaxy. Some confirm about Mudina Antonio Gordon, Sam Bansene, Antonio Langanum, America. I was about for a church lawyer, manager was almost repeating some mistakes in him, and I am a tree. Now, manager say, I do about calling a bus of fun. I was out there, and some I am Quatana. One more Bobo says, Adama Barcelona, over who family personum, Ebia Pedrimum, Ariatana, or Banco Sopa. Na akonaba kwa so sana mrane ensom ayamo center backa ye fa no Pau Kubarsi na Kubasi no waso no charity ha akona ni bibia na fashion tinu say akona no just 18 years only na chesam ebia 1918 yes how no ya na omuntimi nkasa do on say center back so de ya na so tiem o kasa ni adebat waso no sa akona ni agenti o ontimi nya sane na retain no waba sa qualities ni nyina bi na sebe Lamin Jamal ekwa ni mu a wonom ehye goals ensom adema no wei I am Lamin Jamal ewa chire ho erisanke bia Lamin ewa animu ana no hye 10 ana won so wa chire ana wo twa wata na wo digu na nke bia wo bia pipe na siso a ke bia nka ba se chire dem se ta o it was 10 no point to so hye 10 just a match na draw enti when na ye adwuma no wa chire ho enti mo bo Lamin Jamal aboso a na mo bo akoda we ensom abaso sansa wo follow as defenser what did you about a boy no and Lami Yamal and Lavo and your pet a Jumana Lamin elbow chino animono and no Juma and Alquadawi and some Iowa chino Mammy manager and Afe Yentiaba Soba coach and some other born Alquadana your friend of Pau Kubarsi.
It's unbelievable and for me also they should enjoy the games and they should also improve in every game and they do it. So the matches against Bilbao, the match against Atletico, it's amazing for me. It's amazing to see how Cooper is defending. It's we spoke a lot because sometimes I said to him, hey, come on, you're a little bit lazy, okay? If you're not included in the action, then you relax a little bit. No, you have to be focused. Same was with the throw-in. I know if you remember in Bilbao, the throw-in, and maybe he looked like this. But he's young. He's 19 years old, but he has a huge quality. For me, he's as a defender, maybe on the same level, maybe not on the same level than Lamin. And it's amazing to have him. Now look how many years he's playing on this level with 18. It's unbelievable. And I'm really happy to have him because he has to improve. He can improve and of course also when he get more matured, he is one of these leader when he speak a little bit more. But it's normal in this age. But I'm totally appreciate what he's doing and he can play on the highest level. This quality
just many general test one son of Quran Emrane wa Brabaka say wa Brayaka Omuko Beba Massa throwing Bakubi Akura foul ball two ball no bekas for the night and so now Bona just and a bassa for Mokayo de and so any Kayo de no ball and some animal Brentford Massa serious as a trono. I'm for the year Jumano. One more to say I'm about to about Kunabaso. Nasa Kurami Kasamo, I went to I'm say obey defender over John now so planning no or just I am 19 years back over time no born over 18 and Jumano Bonania and some 19 years and no HSR could be a Jumani one of some Abu Pajama Cravan Barcelona what transfer could down one of some Abatimia Pajani Kakra and some the film at the Banana Pay and some other shadows on one Yamiyamotana one also about Sharak Mema Paris Saint-Germain one more year training and another pen at Germany and say no more so much as a live our socials so now first 15 minutes only can be as will be bet me will be a momentary kono I'm saying first 15 minutes here baby I will be now to shabi no more perform no when we na dia kan am so mo catch streaming because no omo ye nyoma nyame ya mo tena wo mo de ba aye Chelsea ama tena na omo mi Chelsea for pa obi o be catch us for we woman me Chelsea bia wo abeka match Yakobe ana Pierre Junior say Inter je 5 ana Chelsea be 8 ebi cross Chelsea be 14 just the first half no woman share 7 and woman say 7 ya so curious here na just I ko pama na go for ayam gu just almost kujam when we are boduma kom sadane pa na me kan some way emra ema no pembe catch say le quip almost say Jomunya and say Ganacho and I best start him on the left now a year just a Kurana fan some Malo Gusto and some started now so formation na many fans and some Maras Cannibal PSG and I am here can say Club World Cup final no the same formation and a coach your fan Liam was senior and the ball Aston Villa and Techau say no more prepare I'll be coach never boss game crown one some similar to and so against Aston Villa the same formation na say James no abesamba medo one can say don't any day amateurs game way and some other question na report to me nya say akodana no na me can some say ebia na wo betimi awram our squad no no report to me say can say show nervous and obia no play we training and some adama Paris Saint-Germain na just some game against Chelsea no boy no some abram our match day squad na almost say what kind incident na see here I want Kukuraya entamna yaso bwana nyana adwese bia oba hodi grudges e de tia aye Kukuraya se bi ono ene mani di red card bia o divenia denia denti yeso onye na adwo kwase bia won bi a chesa som be share trim kra wonom na the clear mind ebe bo nyame an mo chena won som game no na PSG for no say wo be to last season say na omuni form na omuni form no won mo Liverpool bi as and Liverpool form you there won mo be Paris Saint-Germain for mo say and you mo come last season same and this season no won mo say na mo because sa mo na kwotimi wo mo na o ma dwom omo wo bi aso ne se Chelsea awie enti say mo kan last season no won mo som Julius afi ayesa na be ko won mo be twi e dia fa Chelsea for no ensom asoa eno ay update tabana Paris Saint-Germain hobiem yesom panfo no say won mo paso mo bete sa ein womu players no anoma bre anoma bo matches toto ana dent almost say ha enya no credit na from 1st July last year womu call club world cup no no we calculate from 1st of July and some abesi na no pa ye kase ya Chelsea and Madrid omumienu ana bo matches toto pa Chelsea about 109 games Madrid about 109 matches omumienu and some about ana Man City about 107 matches Paris Saint-Germain Inter Milan about 105 into mesre one person on better na bra and e bia na chese fatigue and agent bia any Chelsea na one no bon more games and so e dia chen woni ate and about say bia individual level krana wo hwa Vitinha one and about 7,666 minutes and what team obanya William Pacho about 7,274 what one kwa dia no bama Enzo Fernandez have more games at Pacho. I have 7,348 minutes and so far one on some abo Moises Caicedo so time Pacho. I have 7,341 minutes and a biamono Marco Kuraya and was 7,080 minutes to be on Manchester PSG for no one on some abra at a chain club. You found Chelsea our Brotna Sakoba Sabia Nuno Mendes Eddie Yellow Carda Nes automatically return like no and yes Mendes about Chelsea and side Enzo Fernandez and Andre Santos omumino wamusu yellow card away from suspension our return like na nyame adma next week no enso ababasenemo na report amenya say Chelsea for no watchna womunya chance enso mu JC Calabruno na shoro di kama misa JC away one na odi kan bana na sa away JC na ya na emsa ne from na kwakwa no grip top no I know white na just strikes be and some sa away Jason no and no way as an American way and nyame yar mo chna dem say kan say Chelsea for no and some adabako sa game mu a yare am telling na tema na ye kan na Real Madrid versus Madrid no play Ayaba Studios no wo training eguso alkoso mo no yenya bi adema onsa Madrid ebe training for Champions League ya no mo kit ni down blue na top no and some aye white into way aya no play yeguso kase no wo training session and some agusua and alkoso Real Madrid mo ye pa manager fans are for Abaloa one and players ni ba na amaba be dun komo serebe anyame ya no chena wo so game against Man City no wo so betimi abosa game kema na report am say kan say and some and say we bra Madrid prepare akwakobo sa game and say do match be to say na night like this wo timbers ba na chesa security aye tighter yana atmosphere ni foria no amusu onyame ya no chena abechen we na Madrid omo ultras and ultra saw wo mo ana mo diabana domo kan nyina say ebeka 90 minutes ama match na abasoa wo mo adoma be bochanku ensom awo bia na ahano aye Masiliano Santa Maria Street Masiliano Santa Maria Street and abeka 1 hour 30 minutes and some match na basoa wo bia wo ba fauja ebra pyrotechnics no wo mo some ebe form ayen ya kan sam atmosphere and I come at the team the party we say I'm so chana crab chain way because I'm on Man City and some other ball one more yet yamo team Sarabea one some about me I didn't couldn't na match no we some of money at to finish us and so Jomo can you understand Mbappe ni ho 80 game without Mbappe na one man aye Vinicius Junior Vini aye bida na nyamia no bochina aye dia Vinicius ensom abesaye etomo passes and omo bibia no wo mo se be go through akwada na ye fan Vinicius Junior because enfie de aye dia boy no betia decide game no ensom adiama club no sama me owura ye fan se Emilio Butragueño na opani na no pameden exams ema we no aye different omo busana sa no china game ben I say expect here we tie Emilio Butragueño e wa bro no ensom di expectation game no ho enkomo.
Aware of we expect two great matches, offensive football, goals, because every time we play against Manchester City, you know, the quality of the game is very, very high. So aware of the difficulty, but we think, playing the first match at our stadium forced us to get a good result, and that is what I'm going to do, prepare in the best possible way to beat a great team. We expect two great matches, offensive.
Juma Edema Real Madrid Tessa Yadi Emilio Butragueño and something Edema now pay live with the show now. Vinicius SC Kasam Sebia contract no Vini Ebeste Vini Ebeko Unia Bibia just so happy Onyana just Madrid no Wakona Kwachania behind Mbappe because Sadia Kwadano club no sit down Kuma so nyasem ketwa na answer story with the camera and sent say wabaso ne Mbappe ejepa and you be 600,000 euros no mo nyina no Newcastle etio bi ka eche wono eti se bia Mbappe je sa e waso no so je same Wontumi ntramra waso no be 600,000 euros every Canadian waso no so che na Jamesa kan sa se bia hono mpanfo no be koso no na ka so mo ka na se bia Vini enti so bia mdia wo mo betimi ahwe because na wuja Vini kwan ma ne kwa hwan ana akwa fana ba gisebia where a striker bi ono ba be mouse goals aba na wo pushing Mbappe so dia ko benkum ana question mark no so ye say Mbappe aba san tiase enso akọ benkum so obi ma na eno aye big question today one ho betimi atiase ama akoda no enso stay celebrate asa amount one so edimandiri nyina no wo so betimi atua ed amano na bonds afro no the camera me opani na fan sa Victor Font anopai you say Victor Font aye campaign na sedano etomo eba omo presidential aye debate amani o makoso no onsa video no start no openina na kama na dan so ye pa no no ye aha sa opening onsa kama focus no edobi asuntem sani panina kama dan asuntem no ye follow Michael Camps na Michael Camps ayobia wo free one reporter a camp and a buy and a said ha ebia political party ebia NDC dinu jubadi wo timi tonsa FMPP sounds na bibi so ya wo timi tonsa fre na bia NDC fo no bi so abase ne ade aha ntena no so bia reporter nkrofo no bi ba and what one or tear and some na a Victor Font I can a Victor Font I say one na kuma swat dear pa and na ye kase a bako pa na de dema kuma so kase pa and say wabasane Pep Guardiola aba back to Barcelona womo ye Pep bra and a Pep on return a Jen bra munim ye ko na Pep wo Barca na and a Pep our pedro no and san kwada ya keja ejapa and be so na Sajumano and Yarisala Porta betimi aye one of Victor Font and on him baby I didn't come and some Amadru now some two abana at the manor one at the Pep Guardiola ever samba what can Michael comes as one moment or Srikakra and was a canocra who can feel one porta and a banamum no club power crank cabano Sankaba trauma me what is that what do know your position no there's an cave you're doing your trouble one of Victor Font no also the canocra can you say your day unya kranka be to mama and now some what to say I tell say me na your man no some course open any campaign as no what some other kakade buy no we for say one porter there am say we are se bibia nhye no are say the shafi and some kind now I don't some ba and no na omu so open ni say anya bia no say ekoba see a to abai na one porter wanya na wa kire bi awosa wo kwa ufu say Hansi Flick and some other judgment wako and also ono de oyobia on say asema do ano beka no ma amanfo ho wo so e de fear and panic eba ono wonye safo no bi wo meka say an fele kabeko na fa so chena na aye deja no bi he na say wo bi e kabini adabi ono oni san komo na enko kra because do betimi aka and say na deko and flick omayon kufa no ensom aye kama pa and sentro no bi sa owura fa no say reporter say Messi anase Lamin Jamal when on yanke bi anke na on koso anya adwuma no ana opene no say Messi dia no wo bia no so the best player in history of football woko and na ye ka say ye ka do bia hwe no a Lamin Jamal Lamin a genius a just akoda no and na wono na oye reference ye dia akoda bi ye ka sam ye kan ball asem ni pa hwe no so ensom dari di bon komo no anya ye Messi biam a Lamin Jamal an obi a hwe no so ensom dari di bon komo na tie hey wo mu sa wo so one Victor Font and Florentino Perez emienu yebisa say one ba ko enko dina wana nkan ne beko Victor Font ayobi ono ne pra kunya and Florentino Perez so no mo nka kra asana say no master zo anya hodi ayenya ne kakra na no so ono bi be kwa akotena se atonsari dia wo bi woni mie ye de ono nkotonsari dia o wo bi asabu ye kurasini ade ni wo se ho awani mie onya civilized ekra na say Victor Font and Wontumi no sa no tinkanie I prefer someone Florentino Perez abekwa go to side di two say on Victor Font ebedi di adrenos oh say Florentino di am nipa yetimi ku ani yabom normal ba ko no wa ko de duro kra bagumi diem ko be poison ya be kume a cheso pani ne be so chesa woni ayela porta mom ensom na be rudi na me no ka so so wa ye fo no Rafael van der Vaart omunyina no abo Madrid money adena van der Vaart and was say ye want to just say football number 10 for no way number 10 for to say ball na Isco ensom abo Isco na boy e da kuda ina no the boy dia gro tafre boy wo pass and some other corner 10 for way na some for no was on the TV so about ball no Rafa one around the ball on Rebi and I'm for seeing Lamin Jamal and Messi and also you mo kasa samoya sa comparison no moment then you first and last sooner munyai what's say o de Lamin Jamal to Messi was one Van der Vaart and I Wesley Sneijder woman bogam tiali Messi was akwa no but am ready TV no so and adamo wonu a untimi ncheno wonu so a untimi nsoni mu chesa bonu woni tia se bonu nie anya yese Messi be kati in I o kati in jimi ahwai anasa fa na waso mi ha woye wan kosoro bra fom ball na ekoi na so nya ball no wani behu na so saw 9 pa betache anya re se be kan to mo sori a no mo dem la mi ba to Messi woni adene sa de no wo mu nya kra ana no ensom baba be asem ka kro pani no ensom na ya twetwa e wa brana no pe no yere ante taba time e kwa kan chala no glumam Inter Milan team no metesa Fiorentina game ano no targete but we can the Inter ebe bo Atalanta Marcus Thuram abeye fit for Atalanta one more some game no Alexandro Bastoni Eco Prime on last game against AC Milan mom domo kan nyina no say enye serious ntia ka say aye dia Bastoni nyame arma Saturday game against Atalanta no one ensom abebo and I feel Lautaro Martinez aye captain one almost the chances so betimi abo aye sa Atalanta game no ensom our from kakra nyina no depend e bia training at this aye week no one some ebetimi aye ani nyina no nsem no ye de ebe ye first na ye makwa mabedwa from an afi ye na meto aso digital and satellite live also you can ya to him say your Facebook page no your buy him say 3 pages ni nyina no one virgin page no your Wontumi 101.3 FM YouTube no dey tetebo tentim pa ada so jina ba bi jina no mo preach bi free crying ti no one Wontumi TV live and so our YouTube so live so our message so the phone we making can dia na meza bi find there
ya onyame adom bi ai boko na so
oh already adom bi ai okay
mafisha pa so pa
oh medase
mafisha pa anya so wo da se kwa wo
say mo korin last year 1.5 no o ka say and them am no be kona nwan ti say trend series o
na obi eru obeja wo
na be play
okay
Mike BBF
okay se me be me pack
ai o be nyame andro BBF Mike e ma se me fa boot akofie
type ya de sorry official pa baby aboko
oh already
and routine na say
oh yeah the radiase
oh yeah then
the radiase
oh the radiase oh yeah the same
oh so how much me sorry there was a mechanic me no nyame ntamasem and a flick cast one reading kuma a secret
sa into no oyere na danya kupasi
nkwana me no yere na danya me as
na na wo sweaty
Wontumi 101.3
I really nya yi ntia
ye ne wo bi answer te open house
na why adwuma ma yi bi
ojuma ben na sa how much
you be find it
you need 700 million kwala
ozi na yere
Mike busa say me say
yes na jo ye how much
oh say
so say adwuma wa ye no me
nye so ye man patch up
je na so
makuni nyanso
sa
hono ni experience be sa hono ye oben wo ho kakra
nja na time ben sa na we
so mamu go betre sabi o ehwosia no ye be adwuma so share ne joy ne oh be man ne ma ye
basa now take ba
take better hodin
no to no na ga jo to ni experience
why
do to no
o better hodin
it will be
take your day
now China
no
China you take
on tia no here
no they say you the only problem only akono kondo dey
na where wo akono
me to
they be wo akono
no me wo but for now I say me poso
ade ntia ba o ye dey
me kra no me peste
na be dey say na
few months you go crazy but ultimately sell true now ho now they say no me for the ni pay bia
wife ko and how many years ni
3
the 3 years ni no
so me pagansa and me can be fred pagansa no so aba no pagansa
say me ni marriage at be
yeah no be pagansa
why are they 3 years pa
that's a Wontumi
no question
Wontumi
oh Wontumi
okay
me hanti na show no kra na me ho hyehye me anti na show no
na sa 3 years ni no onye
me manati o
onye talk there
me manati friend mo ko from free school be good there
akomye di ade wa fail set o
e be do no so
me kan ne na mo de
ma za de be do no pampers em se be
me kan na mo de ma be fra me kan ne
before ko pampers no bottle kitwa bi na aduane bi ati say na atadwe milk na
tomato
yeah sa aduane no ebetumi ku afiri asa
omotutu
eno na wusu
yeah
omotutu
e me anya campaign wo bia de ba mi ntwa so na
akomia time na omotutu
oto konko ba ko 850 less than 1 week ko beto 2
me kwa na
ya say do so better from source
me se me kan
ya better atonia ne ya ko
na ma me ka shem so see abura to the milk of am kra ne bedi
why
akra am say na bi woni jai
Wontumi
why yam kwen mai ni wumi na nti
ya eno an yerira nsem no mu na how a Champions League na koye no asaso abefra Barca election and then after your discussion and some battle to us so and all of that. How you tell us about Kikabiache Javi, but I wouldn't want to put my focus on Sansen. Share yo. This election we are because it is probably one of the calmest elections across Barca history. One of the calmest. At that form, attack ni bia pressure no bia. So I say, Victor Font, to be very honest, ni more hakakra ma one Laporta. If you've been following how things go, ni more hakakra de ma one Laporta. But then, ni pa bia ni one more kron. Eti one Laporta the dark side 1 or 2 bi no font so enya access no so say the boy and of course election yen to abanwie ya obi a wani so betimi defeat no kra na yen to nwie no e dia na obi so me honestly me perceive otwaso no the adwuma na wo ye na I've seen this club struggle in hard times and that inexperienced president bia etwemoko.
How many years was Spain?
Me did 5 and me did 4.
5. Oh, okay. 5 was Spain. 4 Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's also why me press Spanish football pa. Me follow Spanish football so well. Election way there. So what follow who ade no how name sika no call ye but Tommy say sika no. Or typical fa Griezmann buy or typical fa Coutinho Dembele ni nyina no they never worked out as planned. No far Artur Milo one young prodigy our ba Midfield obi agili this be replace Javi on yesterday be fa bia e okay ma pass fans so dey change Pjanic aging Pjanic at that time. Yo just anima bia na ko bia no we there. This guy were highly inexperienced with the club. Then out of nowhere, look, now no PG for you know say ya ho kire brem. Almost sacrifice 250 million buy you
for Lamine.
Almost sacrifice buy. But he had to reject that money and keep the boy as a crown jewel of the side. So, and now Champions League. The uncommon kokoko ni nyina no. Okay, I feel say wala porter yaw. Obetimi adi akonya na manayi. But no. But me person me come on do na fan Champions League no 4 matches be Barca, but I would want to center more on Barcelona game no. Has a flake didn't come on all bought Lamine Yamal so say or he cherished the fact that Fermin Lopez el Barca team in home na ni age or the boy there until who young players are a ball no money drew such level no or we not to see Lamine so no come for no born Barcelona no say oh Lamine born our body there surreal but Kubasi dear no and was say at 19 game na boy na bono e bro adwene ntiase so na or dey compare Lamine in terms of impact and I say in terms of impact or dey compare Lamine adwuma awoye the final third no the same adwuma na Kubasi so hono. All you say ya no Ghana Premier League no omuyi player of the month, player of the week. Me busa wasem say ya na attackers in the doors dodo because somebody goes ne assist and dribbling ne omudi nya big shout out. I see defenders are a clear ball. Tackles. Interceptions and blocks. Ya ni encounter monka game no. Yet there are certain times for instance, o check it before in yesterday ball never to net Casillas 9 ball, the 9 tipo and Robin that save no, it kept playing the game. But we do forget say it should be koso. Boy nya turn net ye kofi kra na the goal scorer in the echo. We forget about people who made the save back in defense. But coach you know at the rightful time and o catch say Kubasi ball na all bono. A bro adwene ntiase so na a bro ni age no so Kubasi our dual success rate of 60%. Chesa oni akomia ko 50-50 bia na shoulder say dey come na out of 10 no or we need 6
nanu yakra no nya 19
na oni Vedat Moriki Mallorca first strike bi
no dey
La Liga ni mu nyina on wa at 1.94 at the time of Barcelona and Mallorca that was when Omumu said no Kubasi no or you stalwart in many facets of the game. Now baby me analyzing the game no na me shade you din am say yo Kubasi born na obono Hansi Flick is so right. So checking number of times our year recoveries oyembe show recoveries dia ya kan board recoveries kwan ya ball no be fa so ba be team we say ho sa kwan no can be collectively, it can be individual. Collectively no and then Pep Guardiola award the 30 seconds rule it's a loose board and yes also but individually okasa recovery atro no so asia your blocks asia your interceptions your clearances sa success ni nyina no kika bomu a ni nyina no recovery processes it took a tackle obi na ball na ba o team no through you obi pass the akobo obi na intercept ya ball no betumi aba be di wo ho no. These are all the means Kubasi afaso away. Now sometimes you know anyama make he's made about 29 tackles. Oh La Liga 21 interceptions. 10 blocks. In a Champions League, he's made 4 recoveries per 90 minutes. Okay, Kabo Moa, 90 minutes game, our boy says 7. 4 times 7, 28 recoveries. This is for a centre back. And you see the word recovery means all these elements of the game here without the ball. Me can't recover. It's a body in crown and may recover. So without the ball. But with the ball, he's one of the elite passers of the game currently. And only 5 centre backs in Mbone pass it. Maybe arguably. Kubasi on Mbone pass it. They make a catch up and in your body in crown and the aerial success rate of 63.6%. Ubetia convert 64%. One more cost he has a high chance of winning the ball at 64%. This is somebody at a height near 1.84. Now we need to baby. Look, in talking about the winning ball, no so pass a part. Oba Bastoni D. Oba Rubin Diaz D. When did a ball game no beam? Talk about the best passes. Talk about 5 and you fix Kubasi.
Centre backs no.
Centre backs no. Look, if I am telling you about a centre back who didn't pass here, meaning say he's the first playmaker of the side. And you Van Dijk or Fabo or Tukoha, no Tuakwa or Tukoha. He playmakes the game from deep defense. And my midfielders and Otomo. And having this guy, you know, your idea can say foundational talent or foundational defender. Foundational means on him. And they said yes, you catch a Peter no or so. Mr. Sorry Danesi. Unya a centre back, I cast away a foundational centre back. Meaning say project to bet me about the scene so for the next seasons to come. In Tishatro, a Araho, a Kubasi versus Araho. The same thing at Carlos Puyol, so special Bassett, so okay, yeah. Every season coaches will go, centre back partners will leave. Puyol will always be at the back defense. It will be farmers Karano in Bible Kano, Yaya Toure, PK, all of them. This guy, Araho Kwabeka, and you go Kaye, Eko, so Akao. Meaning, say he served as a foundation with Geronimo, Paul Kubasi. And to coach us now working in terms of impartation, the Lamin Aye Wanimu Biano, Kubasi so Aye with Geronimo. And this is a very good reference point from a good coach like Hansi Flick. A true stage say now a bot player Basua, wouldn't do a pass actually.
Yes, and Nigeria also we hear Juman.
Yo, Wontumi my coach in his sense form, and he knows he needs more than Lamine. Oh, the humanity, no.
Oh, the Obokwa show. Na so wo sha wo de ni wi a kire won so eh.
Me se Barca fans in Payo Mubo nyina se ne Lamine hu game no so. Omo Payo no mo bi ma kire ofo no
because Newcastle front say front 3 or say din omo de American ko.
Now your point takes me to the game. My direction may say the best formation tonight has to be the 4-2-3-1. Pedri, McBenal, double pivot. No? Obviously, McBenal pivot 1. Now Pedri, I pivot 2. Now Freno, and I may share Femin in the whole as a 10. Now Lamine, Rafinha. I involve a lot in the pacey aspect of the game. But the final third is a bit tricky, kakra. Because Ferran, they money di yaw. Lewandowski and then Rashford. Now Lewandowski mobility swati kakra. More so against English sides. I'm per duels. I'm per 50-50. So I'm per challenges. I would want to go for Marcus Rashford, especially within a familiarity on that soil. Now you're born also.
Group phase on one so never share mutu mamono
against Newcastle.
Yeah, the same venue. 16
games or 10 goal contribution for Marcus Rashford against Newcastle. He's the obvious choice. That 4-2-3-1 no one our fluency in the final third. Rafinha to make a box numbi. Lamine with the freedom to maneuver anybody on the channel right side. And so the Rafinha kotosoro no dia yaw. So ni say adwuma no be de especially me share a left back Jerry Martin bebo Emma Rafinha on bere chibebre so koda soro a. And the back Cancelo so as hanma. Trust me, it's just going to be a full duty for whoever or bought left back at the Newcastle. this game, no, the imagination say a very open game because the how I say this is the biggest game for Newcastle. Into moon treating as the game deserves. Now moon treating is you think they will stay in the blocks? No, they will open up. And one of the teams that bought open nature football in England, Newcastle happens to be one of their size. No person will sue because they thought of being a pep nature of coaching to be about Mutimum. But my fear is that should Newcastle open up this game, Mwabasa. Menya come across City deep. Boy, menya come across City in the blocks, so that we can match up that intensity. They will implode. Wontumi. But if they decide to open up, it will force us to create more and defend with balance. But I don't want that mentality to fall in the game. I think Barca has a high chance of winning the game. Both teams will obviously have a chance to put the ball at the back of the net, but Barca will win. Kakrabi on the other games, I think company should avoid a big shocker. Or Bergamo. Because the game, I'll call for Kimmich Pavlovich in the 4-2-3-1. No, born attacking quartet, 40 in the ball. Serge Gnabry, Luis Diaz, Olise, Hurricane. And that fluidity in the final third, 1-8-10, 1-8-9, who are the 7-11s because they rotate a lot. That fluidity and the mobility in the final third, everything are disrupted. The free back of Atalanta, Jim City, who has 7 America, Isaac Hien, and of course Kolasinic. That free back, it depends on the attacking quartet of Bayern. But my fear is there has to be a resolve around Jonathan Tah and Upamecano. Because when you say Gianluca Scamacca be test your strength, or be test your with the speed, the area strength, or you're very dominant also because Bona Mumi, who Italian striker power Bona Mupa and Fanchano. The opinion and say on no go toe to toe so. And these two centre backs no more. They are technically built. Bono Bona no munimbo a battle to toe. Ya no more trouble. I think company should avoid the shocker by taking the early chance. Bayern would be winning this game in my opinion. Maybe 2-1 or Bergamo, but Atlanta benya that consolation goal. No. Atletico Madrid and then Spurs, or maybe my main for technical reasons. Spurs. And Atletico Madrid. Oh, let's go. Spurs. So what would you community now? Simeone Yadiabi or shifting between the 4-4-2 and the 4-3-3. And Yadia Tessi, may line up on a mashadra. Come on, can want some Ketuabi. In shifting between the 4-4-2 and the 4-3-3, no, so your coach now, but yeah, as I when he down,
Wontumi.
Because show screen so. Also, Atletico Madrid and the home side, So, Jarente, Makpubil, David Hanko, Ruggieri. This is a typical established back four. Especially on the ball and attacking. Simeone on those laterals in the brace as someone cause support to attack. But Obejai Adjumano at their ball ne banner so Guillermo Simeone so and then Lukman. Now she Lukman say Lukman shifted by the final third. I want your 9 for the door say. This is the tricky part of the game.
So say Drew baby are 4-3-3. When attacking, but we defend the 4-4-2.
Now look, man, Dimika was a blocks in no Simeone Bano, Guillermo no, or close to the laterals. But as soon as they have the ball, look, man, back cast a lot, and then Alvarez, so I'm on my free attackers, leaving Simeone, Cardoso, and then Koke in midfield. Now converting to 4-3-3. This is a typical attacking side. Then the Van de Ven, Romero, and then down so, pressure down so England. This game, Atletico must win. Atletico must win. Spurs in a former what in about 10 years and Sabria will win. Okay. So and look, having Lukman, Saye Brewin Albenyana, free attackers, Alex Solo, Julian Alvarez, Ademola Lukman against defense we say down so. Me who center back was said down so. Look, this Spurs guy.
Oh wow.
Could friend I don't know. Down so. He's so average.
Kevin.
He's so average. He's so. Oh yeah. Oma make a count. Kevin Azo. On my turn, that's easy. Yeah.
Whoa, new. May I say, Meza.
My entry for Champions League is starting. My voice said, the group phase of the Champions League is not the main competition. The main event in any Jerusalem. And I think the new format, what it gives us is a fair idea of say Ushia team ina Ufri Honoma unim team Akushia in the next round. Probably on your way to the final, Ube be on the bebo and San Albedru. It's a manea economy fair. Inti ususu yenu wa dream nutimi hu nyoma bi ansa na eduru ama ne omatimi akoye dia momo. I have not even had any conversation about the round of 16 who I believe is going to win the Champions League. But we'll take a look at some of the games that are coming up. And I've always said, says about Champions League, a new city, a new stadium. There are few clubs that have won it. There are few clubs. Emirates fi say Liverpool count. Emirates fi say Real Madrid count. Emirates fi say Barcelona count. Emirates fi say Chelsea so yede count. And the round of 16 year boys have 4 clubs in also won't be. Nemum San common be Sheffield mu kakra. Na yendi Barcelona ene Newcastle match na won komo kakra. I'll be very, very, very surprised if Newcastle to me Barcelona free one.
Okay.
Ebe me won papa. You see, bibi na e bibi ntina na nka Barcelona ko share Newcastle United ana ato ayem hihie. Baka Champions League bo aye boy.
Anka Xavi
team say bi share Newcastle Premier League ni mo no. Yaw. Team say Newcastle Premier League ni mo no. But you see, and your man mienu na ma magina so dia kasa asembo is a bit difficult dia man Newcastle United. Yaw. This is the first time a Newcastle ever the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League. Omumbo bida. This is the first time. In the history of the Champions League, Barcelona bought their teams are Omobo Champions League round of 16 for the first time in Premier League. Omone Celtic 2007-2008. Ye re na aggregate no agena 4-2. We Celtic a film. Ombe ball Stuttgart 2009-2010. Ye re no match Stuttgart on aggregate 5-1. Ombe ball FC Basel 2011-2012. Yaw ye re no match FC Basel aggregate 10-2. It is a new club. Now we're your first timer. The round of 16 Champions League game against Barcelona. Ya wana okunumu eden kakra. Nemum, sa team si na dodo na try so me put up a fight. So for example, the first leg between Barcelona and Celtic no ended 3-2 in favor of Barcelona. No ma be sure mo ne shaka no fear. Camp Nou na Barcelona kosho mo by 4-0. First leg na na be 1-1. It acquired to say Abu Awababu no be pressa. I foresee say today Newcastle will try to impress and do a lot of things with you. To say the in Premier saying yina yehu bi atwaso no. Sa na mu ni say Newcastle be. Omo de Gordon mo bebo near Bobo ne bitu achiri omo de Jolentin Bejina finfin ombule bi ofa hodin bom ye hate Barcelona on transitional attacks consistently ya mo ehomode ba yaw no krani nyame anim ni say the last 3 times Barcelona have met a team that is playing the Champions League round of 16 for the first time. Barca iyo mo frame and normally first leg no dicey kakra, but normally Barcelona finds a way to qualify. It is for me around this game. I think Barcelona will qualify. I believe Barcelona will qualify. But
group phase no game na Barca be ball St. James's one. So where me kaise my game no can say almost starting game na say Barca me who di Newcastle say the first bad 10 minutes not ni jana no din too.
Yeah, and I say
mean say be a Barca for a taste of. Oh, they also more expecting there.
Per the last 3 games against
Newcastle
will try. They will push. Oh, I'm not saying Newcastle will play anything. Barca be you free.
No, me come patch say Barca na hu the Newcastle beat me either.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Cause anya Rashford a drew time game sense ye no.
Yeah.
So omonye taste of.
Yeah, omonye
what
taste
to
of
expect.
And I think say Barcelona they be in the last 2 or 3 games I drink course so. Against Bilbao keep a clean sheet. I think previously against Atletico Madrid they were able to keep a clean sheet. Yeah. So you look at
2 big games.
So look at how compact. It's about the choices somebody be and I'm sure say because of the set pieces in any man they will have to opt for Ronald Araujo, especially Dan Ben. Your bokoness in the ban and what or try so be Pimbi, the president of those things here very important. If Newcastle decides to press Barcelona in the first 30 minutes, Barcelona will also love to evade the press through an Obesuki pressure now with Pedri in the middle of the park. Just try and find ways behind the defensive lines of a Newcastle United. Yow, game the dear. And they give the be intense. They both team to score. Me and Yama Wawa Hase. But makers is to be say Barcelona will go and qualify at the Nou Camp. And that is how I see it. I don't think Newcastle will eliminate Barcelona.
Okay.
In this particular double leg encounter. They will try. Try on be try pa. Yeah, on be prepare. And Obus Anthony Gordon the Tintini, your bobo na America. They will try. They will try. But now only a didn't come about how this Barcelona team is growing. I don't know if you realize it. Omu nyini boom. Omu experiencing your maybe. And I think last season, I didn't have 2 Omu Inter Milan. You almost share your baby. This is a team that is learning together. Omu are young, but Omu are enough because they've played so many games. Crucial games. Yeah, maybe their mommy who's there, they will do something. Crampon, yes, say. How board the second leg against Atletico Madrid. Now, Diego Simeone team na better sao. Enya better sa. Both teams to score tonight between the 2 sides. Yeah, I'll be very quick with the rest of the games. There's Atletico Madrid against Spurs. Yeah, Atletico Madrid will record be on my in favor. More record be also in favor. Record name favor money. Their last 10 games against English sides. Yeah. In the Champions League, 10 games, or maybe renew 1.
Spurs is also in the Champions League, a different from Premier League.
And the last 10 games, Nipa was sharing near Manchester United, March 2022. Okay, that particular goal number share with Old Trafford. 1-0 and 1-0. Nemum, Omufio Hono, an exceptional record when it comes to the Champions League. Under Diego Simeone. Yow, when was the last time I was at Atletico Madrid at Tenefia Mobia Besheni say Tabam, some be show fee, may show Champions League, fee. Obe free man we. Nemo mono befia, ya obeiru mupa. The Amateur case na kwe bibi on say, I go to don and Kejina bencha. Yow, come here sure say Thomas Frank. Come here, so say Thomas Frank don't edit on Namos Petor so forth. But I go 2 door. Or did you want to score Champions League? You see here. I think they have too much quality and enough firepower to deal with Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur will try. Almost one team, almost be Pia. But trust you me. The addition of Ademola Lookman, I'm a different bite in terms of the attack. Different bite. And I think this is a game. Meko Atletico Madrid double chance and over 1.5. So many over the Spurs team. I don't see how Spurs is going to make sure some team they are capitalizing war away against Atletico Madrid. If they'll have something doing, they'll have to come back home. But I don't think they are actually going to eliminate Atletico Madrid. Yeah, Atletico Madrid. These 2 teams, Lankasa and Moye Mambo 4. You're fair into almost. Nemum a drum maybe say about China yonko.
Wontumi.
And I think Atletico Madrid. Maybe Ojina won if and there is also no. That is how I say it. I think Julian Alvarez, he will press so hard. Yeah, Ademola Lookman, they'll be running at the defensive lines of Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham will need to have a breath of fresh air to be able to contain them. But I think from the onset, only a Club Brugano. Club Brugge be placed stubborn kakrebi, but they found a way and the more different ways of killing a cat. Solot, Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann brings in the needed experience. There is quality in this Atletico Madrid side. Double chance and over 1.5 for them. Yeah, for Atlanta and Bayern Munich has 128 goals.
Who the most goals this season?
I feel we mu. Omuno bogema obeshebi. Ne mum so be wini akire ne asem no. Because when the Bayern Munich bo betima she Bayern Munich 2 be we give no a shot 3. When the Bayern Munich betima bo no a she 2 be we give no a shot 4. They have the ability to score against every single opponent. Nemum Atlanta the first time I was here Bayern Munich in here. But in the past few years, they will look back and smile at their good luck when you're playing against German sides. Yow. Omukochi Liverpool si show the Europa League final. Meboa. Fast forward. Oma be Borussia Dortmund the left him after going 2-0 down. Palladino will relish the chances to go up against Bayern Munich's attack. And the Odion Kosunu mu adwumaye. Because Hurricane are more the weekend game ni bi. Yow. And then Luis Diaz wo. Michael Olise, Serge Gnabry, Jamal Musiala. Hurricane comes back into this setup, and yeah, they are a deadly force to reckon with. Atlanta will do my power, especially when the second leg will be played in Munich Stadium. And grounds are very difficult for even other opponents to go there and go and get results. Bayern Munich holds a very enviable record against Italian sides. Yeah, on Besho Musisi. But open is safer. This is an over 2.5 game. But I think for Bayern Munich, they have an opportunity to win the first leg far away in Italy. Asana to Kwaba. Atlanta nyago detailma enyama because Bayern Munich they are prone to conceding goals, but the ability to outscore their opponents has been their hallmark. Now there is going to be Galatasaray and Liverpool. Obian himself Galatasaray feed the Edema Liverpool. Liverpool. Now, and your tactics are brought into so name the atmosphere in itself no be created the amount and attention and pressure bed also. Obia be poor baby. Then no my announcement in answer oh bastard you more phone ma. Then the mobile mobile the from Liverpool assume. Interesting fixture for these two sides. Champions League beyond my one club or hard dream po be konanim kakra e bia contest no bia ko yin afrim. I feel way the NCC will say bit my Galatasaray. NCC will say bit my Galatasaray. They have an enviable record against Liverpool at home for the first leg. But I think Liverpool are also an exceptional club when it comes to the Champions League. It is a competition that they are known for, and it is a competition on which to move at any results anytime. But far away, I think whatever Galatasaray have shown us in recent games in the Champions League proved to us say they can be able to get a result against Liverpool, Nyame Adoma, and then Umri. Liverpool will push further forward. Salah will try, but I think Galatasaray double chance in this game wouldn't be surprising to me, due to a normal Galatasaray for a Liverpool Eufie, and how the atmosphere is actually going to be. Both teams to score, no worries. Bet me game 1-1, bet me 2-2 between these two sides. But I think if I'm supposed to give somebody a slighter chance in winning this first leg, remember Galatasaray a 55% chance to say on bet me they Liverpool going into the next round. You better have Victor Osimhen, Mohamed Salah. We enjoy a very good game tonight. But I think the first legs of these competitions, watching the end of the pie, move tre, move shepa, you better hear no.
Watching the Amoke in Chelsea. PSG in 90.
Oh, there be. I be there is 4 games. 4 games. But if you win now, we won't be already champions. So I catch you.
Okay. But say, Mike.
Right. I say Champions League night.
Wontumi.
Discussions have already gone on. My person, fan from this contest, Newcastle, Barcelona. There have been memorable nights involving the two teams. That remarkable hat-trick Faustina Sprella share was St. James Park for Newcastle against Barcelona. There was a night Newcastle needed redemption. They needed a savior, and Faustina Sprella showed up. He was the least players you expected to show up on the night. So Newcastle beat Barcelona framework. They need nights like that. They need nights where they will create an atmosphere using normal fans, and then the players will feed off that energy from the fan base. Technically, personnel-wise, BBN Newcastle Nimias Barcelona team way. From the technical point of view, Hansi Flick and his experience. In brief, Newcastle are underdogs, but that is where they can be at their best. if this game was starting and on paper Newcastle your favorite, the game is done. There was a certain hubristic tendency or behavior I will show. Maybe I was so yanopa. Unim say unim driving, and I'm driving the maternity. You show a certain arrogance, overconfidence, to claim that you are superior in doing something at the expense of the other. Barcelona as a team and display, but their journalists displayed it, and it's similar. Yet now I think when your teams ninya draw, Champions League anyway more. I remember Kotoko versus BYC. Barack Young controllers from Liberia. Liberia that was a hubristic display of Yene attitude and how we see games. In the end, there was an upset. BYC eliminated Asante Kotoko. The same line. From reports I have picked, any they may read it. During Enra, Ediha on a press conference to usher in the game, Barcelona journalists no mokoyen. They displayed such. One, they did not pay attention to their coach. In the press conference, I mean nothing to Charlie. Those were the hints picked up from the Barcelona journalists that came. Sabasa team never saw sooner they will lose. Oh yeah, show me. Oh, wait, they see. But I want to believe, and it came from non-professionals in football. Or a journalist, but then again, or an aficionado of Barcelona, until or a supporter. No share on paper, ne dear Koswa, or team when you be show mutuano, you be show you be your mefrim. But if you listen to Hansi Flick and in the demeanor ahead of this game, it is entirely different. So that's why I started with that. Hubris, word near hubris, Hubris. Displaying a certain arrogance, pride about something you do just to discredit or not regard another and any effort. If Barcelona display hubris, Newcastle will humble them. But to the conversation, I think the Newcastle are also meeting Barcelona at the wrong time. At the wrong time because on paper, Newcastle team near a good sheet in this one. And their approach, it is the best to tackle this Barcelona team. Cause a nuisance in the middle if all players are fit and available, and then attack them direct with wing pacey attackers who are dynamic. Yes. Anthony Gordon, boss center forward, but have a bounce and you see different players rotating across the pitch. On paper, a team may destabilize Barcelona how, but the timing feeds into the scheduling for Newcastle. Fancy per the statistics, every January at the base praying Newcastle play a game every 3 days, roughly. January, I'm the way to Swa. I just sent them an image. Now per the image. Checking the Dasono. January 2026.
Okay, so Newcastle 8 matches played in 24 days.
Exactly.
Wow.
February
8 games played in 24 days. Next 2 months,
so we can 16 matches in days. 48 days. What strike average now? That's roughly 1 game every 3 days. Besides, say within this period, some players got injured. And a minute, it doubled up. Meno Kase, our captain Bruno Guimaraes, who is a leader in the middle of the park, is out injured. And a bit more double shift because no bini ho be cover. So Newcastle are literally running on fumes. Omo full tank no. Feel a woman na re nti say ntu 20 we no mo de gas ko. To tiaso out this exhaust pipe no. Eye nhusie nko ana eba. And again, check their games in recent days. Obo Carabao Fee, Owe Obo Everton, Olusu 3-2, Man U we need 2-1, or play game 10 against 11 from the first half. Then another energy zapping game against Manchester City. Newcastle don't have energy to match the energy levels the fans will generate. Again, I revert to the earlier statement I made about a league phase match. Barcelona needs to control and dominate this game, and they are sorted. Newcastle need nuisance or chaos to thrive. I said, dear, soon ne pe honam na emesadia. With my last breath, they said you oko save you and you drown no. One year careful about 2 runs you name. So Newcastle need that kind of energy to sync with Barcelona. And Barcelona just need calm, control, just to dominate this game. That is what makes it interesting. Pedri and Frankie de Jong were very instrumental in the first game. Frank de Jong's absence somehow makes Barcelona's ability to control, judging by personnel, a man is shaky kakra, Bernal or Casado. Internationally, another issue Barcelona will need to sort out. But I think Barca has enough in their tank to deal with any threat Newcastle United will pose. So I am tipping Barcelona. Worst case to draw, but it is a game I actually say where there both teams to score and then over 2.5. Atlanta, Bayern Munich. If you read through the Champions League fixtures for the round of 16, you are trying revenge or repeat. Good. Atlanta is Dortmund Fremo. Dortmund are one of the German teams. Now they are facing another German team. So Bayern are in for a German revenge. Atlanta are in for a repeat, standing as the only surviving Italian side. In Tijuana, it escalates just 2 clubs, but it also portrays a national pride. Italy versus Germany. But what Juma Paladin wa Atlanta? This is like how they should have continued right after Gasperini Jahoko Roma. They made a mistake in Zurich in their appointment. No, but Palladino has been able to restore continuity and or the almost form now Bakakra. And at home, they have beaten teams including Chelsea, our Champions League in them. So they are capable. But they will have to test that ability against a supreme opponent like Bayern, one of the best teams in the competition for the past 3 seasons. And then they have been stable and consistent in terms of a project under Vincent Kompany. Bayern have playmakers who are on form, and they have one of the lethal finishers in the game in Hurricane. What they need is similar to what Barcelona need against Newcastle. Atlanta to me generate energy in heat and said Newcastle. What Bayern need your control and play their normal game. If they show up, Atlanta will be missing from this encounter after 30 minutes. Luis Diaz, arguably the best signing of this season across all leagues.
Serious.
Michael Olise is enjoying himself. Hurricane is back and he started training. Then the option of even Musiala being a bench option. So one start here.
Alphonso Davies.
I think it is so juicy for Bayern Munich. The only thing that will stop them from beating Atlanta is Bayern on Wankasa. Galatasaray in Liverpool. Galaf won elusu 2 games in almost last 43 or 46 home matches. In the Champions League, last 10 home games, I am unbeaten. 6 wins and 4 draws. So, ahwaden kesiye na ankasa no. Galatasaray won wofie. Liverpool have been taught a better lesson at this same venue this season. Koji 1-0, but the good thing is they recovered. After losing to Galatasaray, Liverpool next away games, they beat Eintracht Frankfurt 5-1. Okoshe Inter Milan 1-0. Okoshe Marseille 3-0. So it means after the Galatasaray defeat, Liverpool recovered and learned how to play away games. They kept 2 clean sheets in 3 and won all 3 matches. Wasu who drew. Then Omunim how to prepare. I think Liverpool are approaching this game in a better position and then better placed than they were previously. The only thing they need to do is to match the atmosphere that will be created by Galatasaray home fans. Omunim say game way a free turkey, eba baby bia, they will lose. So they will make the most out of it. But my problem is Alisson Becker now we prana on starting game no. What Alisson Becker gives this Liverpool team a 2-pronged. When in possession, he's an important part of their build-up. Or a keeper's no money passing. When they are without possession, he's excellent in short saving. His absence means Mama does really know no new keeper or Shedan at times is a bit nervy. And on a day like this, and then at a ground that I very intimidating for opponent. All the keeper we only experience betuma the NBC. It might cause mistakes, especially against a Galatasaray attack spearheaded by Osimhen or a very effective in pressing. The Omdia Juventus, you know. I think that is where Liverpool's problems will mostly stem from. But Liverpool should also trust that they have a team made up of individual qualities that when combined and with the right tactical plan, they can derive something from this game. And you know, both teams to score. Galatasaray, if they become the ones to score the first goal, I will not be surprised. Yeah. To both teams to score. But I don't think Liverpool will lose this game like they did. Juventus 5-2, you know, it was the mistakes of Luciano Spalletti in the Diomunya in the second half. And Ancelotti should learn from the 1-0 defeat and improve Liverpool's technical or tactical preparation for this game. So these are my tips on Champions League matches. No more
Mate, Mike, me da senti. Video analyst new and Mike and Meza me da munyina ma senti. Yedi kama course and I start to take the matches no a day. I'm on Tuesday real quick. Mamene pure. I am Mrs. Aba. Oh, so have you, Mrs. Now? Oh, okay. You need come.
Me da say. And check see every pure natural health. Equamete for near Shefonina. Na me guso e kai say 3p garlic mixture no e wo pharmacy shops enu nti wunyanto obi a bore mu na koju de sisi a eye garlic kroje ene e dia ye adru ne yemfa nkenja ne yemfa nso obi amfra mu enu nti mu ahode no ejane na so eye ntinim akomam ena moja mu adwuma o hwe me wutie me wo yade bi wo ntinim akoma ne moja nim de adru amekanfo de ama sebeboa wo eye 3p garlic mixture e bo na boost immune system ne de ama enu nti yade entime menwo abra wafa edupe bi baby a wo bi apebito na frase no nom na emorent ni no be ahodunum enyi finin kika wa bi amfiri mu se de be ya moja betimi ede afisa ne se de se na apomode mapa wo hia no wonso nsa etimi aka bi ene ye hwe namness meka namness atititi ye wo hon ma ya na otise obi sin ni padua na kwa no baby ye ni tititi ye bo wa wonte ye ti wa wonte eno ho asem ena ye ka ansa na no ji doctor number no friend sisi anene ne ntwetwe nkomo yade na etete woni chemu chere no na won che okwan ya wode efa so ne number 0248 92 88 24 0248 92 88 24 tititi ya de a ebe nipadua ne so ana e chere se moja na entimi ne afusane ye wo nipadua nim etimi ye nipadua na kwa baby a onsa onan onsa no onemu baby atimi fili se aye dududu ye bo wa wonte ye ti wa wonte ade poti etimi kofa satititi ye edeba no stroke yade eka ho pa da bia ya na meka se stroke yade no se moja ni afusane ankonkwa mu awadwe ho e friend cells na adwini nyamframa ni nuane nure hia emfe ni dwuma enunti adwini di kan dodo na ka ni padua na kwa no prekope na ofanyina ewu ufa na ewu na ye bo wa wonte aye ti wonte no eye tititi ye e na aba ni padua no eso na e che se moja na entimi ni afusane ye ninti e hwa ye tititi wo hia 3p garlic mixture do isa obenom e boa etu stroke yade no asede afri wo so na ahye se tititi ye na aba ni padua no nso ebeyi afri ho ene sen eyi fin ne nkekawa srade ne nema bi asisi wonti ne wo no bani mu de afri ho se de beye mu beda ho na moja no atimi ade afusane se de se sipe obon se tititi ye na ohu ne nyina ebefri akọ na eche ose ni padua no afede enya hoden moja timi de afusane ewo ni padua nim yi diabetes asiche yade etimi kofa tititi ye edeba ne nyina mu no wadro eye 3p garlic mixture no na ono no mu abeboa Eisa how no ede efri so enuboni ne nsaden no mu awano wenti adameji wo nerves no emwa ema moja entimi ne afrisane ewo nipadua nim ana wa wo suban bi ena ya ema nipadua no eye tichiti ebia onu nsempabo a wo hye echew wo sha wo bre nanso ne fenti wo be hye wo se pressure na odi ama wo nan no wo be rompabo no na wo nan na yedudu de bu okra wa be sori mpabo no wo nan no enkomu biem aye tichiti echew se moja entimi ne afrisane emfa bia ye ho wedro eye 3p garlic mixture ebi adwuma a wo ye no wotena seche ana wo gina ho che menka seja wadwuma enu ntina abrebia mebo adupa no ho da rodi ache pebisi watifi wo sori anopa wano numbi enwumra wo koda wano numbi wo tena se ache no agina ho ache no emwa wapomoden wo be sori na wonan no aye tititi gisa wo tena se kakra nsa no watimi apia besina ko eya na ho ya wo hyehyehye te se de sebi ahwie nsuo hye ana mukodi agu enna ya na wo kan se ananse na ache wo ananse nya police na wachew eye moja intimi ne afrisane no ena akofa tititi ye edi aba wedro eye 3p garlic mixture no numbia ebeboa eye sa ohaw no edi afri so eba sanso a wonna ye wontimi enna anase timi de mro ye kra ebe nipadua ne so afet mi de general body pains so bro hono nyina eye oya no waposo no oti yaw ewo ho onya dupai bi na no mu a ebeboa eye sa ohaw no edi afri so wona mo a wo so feel heavy umwa ye dudu die bentia nipadua no eye wudu na chese moja ntimi ne afrisane no akofa tititi ye ne diaba ena ofili se hona ye dududu no unya 3p garlic mixture du pay na ofrase no no mo asa wo ye oba wo ye bema ebeboa eisa o ha we nyina ede afri wo so wafuna sombro so na perception no 3p garlic mixture na emwa eniwa kegine mu ewo kwan shonkokra so bema numbi na emwa ema prostate no by emfa emma wo ye oba nso dia mekanfo dia ma pa esanse fichikromu yaw no eya na ehadwene menstrual disorder nenso emwa nya adru ni binanonum na emwa enyi sa ohaw no emfiri so na emomo koto adru na abribia hye nenso ewo toam ehwehwa ebo garlic ye da ho ye kokko ena ne ti no eye kokko eno nti bia bia bekosa wo to adru ne befa foforo de achew say ye garlic mixture esanya de a wobodi na bi no mesrew ensom wonhunu ne ma mabobo so iwo ho a echew say nye no a ko wanim kopim se obenya no bi ansa na wato wadwene ya wo ntanta ebibidro ne abrofudro bi ye de to sunti wo ye dan no anom ya ka ho no emane hawo wo de to adro ni kofie wo du fie na anom ya 15 minutes adro bi a wo bi anom ka ho enkofo hawo emre wapomoden omai mu pharmaceutical shops herbal shops be bi eto nru bi aboremu a utiminya edupai bi eto me sorry so no pay dia eye doctor number na me di echato me sofa number no a emfere cheche sene ya de na tie bia che doctor wa ye krado so betio na wabwa number no 0248 92 0248 Aya 3p garlic mixture.
Wo yena say piwak ensano edro enono ti mumpe bi ntoy na monom aye ma ene mema mumienu nyina obia enum bi na aye dwumade ne simple de amount kabo
Manzi
yenkwe
wo yenrem na yemfa yen local news ne kakra ento aso na ne nyina no yerem na ye din the Black Stars of Ghana eguso aye prepare say players no omo eguso bomodin say da be nrema be koyi na de akwakoye ene say abrantie Andre Ayu ne modem no oguso a obo ne mum Ghana fo bi say ni age no ene na ho odin ewo form indika be ya enke drop ne mum empanimfo bi do ma no atum say de ne modem ko a sisi wa start ya wo she goals ne de Kabeyan company form fa any Andre and Conway a member of parliament at the Market North Honorable Eric Edem Agbena and anyway atuja say den obetimi akache coach ni say no more the money the yenti Andre yemfanenka World Cup because of loyalty yenti kakra de tuja.
At his age, it's beyond his age. He's still actively playing. Only yesterday he scored a beautiful goal. That is, I'm saying that I'm not going to decide for the coach, but my view is that Dede has shown enormous commitment and loyalty to the Black Stars, and I think he must be included. Let me tell you.
Ori atuja say honorable ensam na odi tuja no say okay 2006 we said na lie bo esitie na opia na afi Ghana for do baby yesi we di card yesi we ni coach nsem ni ade eno kan bi amfana nko no so some moment no na nke say lie kra no wode no ye de ne kan na nke de no call World Cup ni bi eno so amwa kra honorable Edem eno so kasai e fa lie 206 entimi amfana nko World Cup ehun.
Is my regrets from the 2006 and 2010 World Cup is that Lai Kingston did not play. I thought that even with injury and the second one, which was the suspension, he should have been included in the team because we saw how hard he fought for the qualification. That is why personally I am against players who said no to us in the past. I don't think that they
to the 2006-2010 SLI Kinsaka Ghanaian squad they come World Cup no na updates on pole issue no enra yema me COP Lydia Donko ekasai ema update abrana press briefing ekoso e cases a edaho a code cases a wo mo hwese o mitime room na fi justice etimi abeno anodi to do say nana pole die director general of CID COP Lydia Donko say omuguso a wo mo hwehwem na asem no enya de say o magya mana investigation omni sunyan for egusua omubo adwuma pa.
And lastly, Francis Yao Frimpong alias Nana Pole, who was stabbed to death at a football match. Francis Yao Frimpong, popularly known as Nana Pole, a devoted supporter of Asante Kotoko Sporting Club, was fatally stabbed during a match between Asante Kotoko and Nswachiman FC. He died following a heated altercation with an unidentified individual in the course of the game. The Sunyani CID is actively pursuing credible leads which could lead to the arrest of anyone involved in this crime. The court case unit is also actively reviewing several other cases not listed in today's briefing. The Ghana Police Service reaffirms that no case of
Donko Heria 20 Pole Busuafo nyina no ana Kotoko and Ghana Football Association pedifo nyina no say COP area to say case no womuguso a omu ehwehwem Kotoko Mohamed Kamara wono so ana afi Amos Frimpong na womu ana efe no a charge womu na charge womu di amomo no against Karela wa wonim di see on say Kamara after see game no or question referee Emma referee catching is only right to do that into no Emma or man red card they do baby say Amos and so Chelsea or J red card no referee same and no can be allegedly and no say omunyan confirming to omo a charge so omra na omo meyin same bi ano eno the F no disciplinary committee no eno some of the aba into omo to china omo di ebeyin same na no how wife so omanya 3 matches ban and your whole match ban and a 30,000 Ghana cedis fine omo enso so omo game against Vision no enema bi omo ye na enye kra ohwe officials na omo tata omo na afi ba bia eni kwan se official ekọ omo area unauthorized areas our pitch no so supporters no so do ba bi na omo true object eba field no so eno e kan bi am omo di football no anim atwitwi form enti sika 30,000 omo ntua na 3 matches so if you home ban eno call ediamomo na no pay report eba no say oh for no say omo ebe appeal communications director Francis Agboyibo what they atoja say omo de omo can say if no any wrong say omo de ruling abanimum de omo can say punishment na no odin indigebe afifo no woman teso emo omo to omo appeal eno nkoma kakre free omo so e de ba na edua na fonso ede no 10,000 Ghana cedis fine and omo enya GF say omo game against Mediama sa game ne nso toya yesan ball no foforo no na omo say ye game no adua na for do omo Facebook handle ko tro say 90+2 stoppage time drama. The referee gives Mediama a penalty, leaving fans shocked. A Valentine's Day gift for the home side. And omo Troy and omo say let's say just a referee no ono na win game no a day ama Mediama fuana into no so no mumra metu 10,000 abra monso madifo e wo mra ye de era ne football e wo Ghana ha ntia no e nkomo a e free omaso ye enso e de eba na nkomo e enso yenko na ye ni nkomo so do All Blacks enwa meeting eba so e wo swadro na meeting no ma league table no na ye ni nkomo no omo ko meeting omo de league table no ne kodi nkomo komo na almost from the league table na almost at 16th position one more points 28 points na over table zo a oman hwe omukro relegation a ebeye enti eno management of Swado All Blacks led by President Yera Steven Atukwesen womu ko a crucial meeting na meeting omu ko no omu say omu hwe kwan a ombefa so a omunko relegation because matches na kan fixtures ni nyina na say womu bomodin the SS womu je 3 points na zo moji said be timi ama team no enso aka league no mje saade a omu ebesa akwa no ensem kakra eno so free ho e de ba de won komo e de ma na e show no so na our team of the week na Fatao Dauda Aboa match day 25 team of the week they say anesity omu fa coach Kasim of Ahoy United ono anomu fa no omu bo 4-3-3 omu de Daniel Afaju and a demo Afaju one Karela one a goalkeeper or demo this weekend Patrick Mensa our Diana Omode Christian Ousu of Dreams FC by Maxwell Ajiman our United by Matthias Van Amagbe and so our young apostles anomo a fan Fimfino a Francis Otain our Basakewali Stars and Afi Sophia Ajete our vision one also by Samet Che our Samates Nidi by Emmanuel Ano our nations and afi Francis Inkum ewo hoy and afi Branty Michael Efsen and so ewo Heart of Lions so mu and a complete team of the week ewo ha yede won komo and so ede emane ewo njumedie so na Tornado Steven Tornado appear former Black Stars of Ghana in captain is a brand ambassador at the SIC Insurance is ono eneja odu omanim na afi the face of SIC no en come free de bana Emmanuel to for is Kora Superzonas was in crano talent in the discover we name say o discover crano we sana na uja uma ombe rusty inti omo be say ombe regionals no na omo nationals regionals new year ombe jai crano the ama national team na Zambia 100 meters na 200 meters obi a ono nso mbia povo to ya de no ma jade ama national team na omo nso atoaso ti ho ano no odisi na nationals atoaso yenti Emmanuel Tufoko Rankoma and run sports area.
So, for example, after the super zonals, if we don't get our eyes on them, that's it until next year. And in athletics, it doesn't happen like that. You know, you got to keep on training. So we are trying to do regionals, and then we get them. After we get them, then we send them to the national team. Okay. You know, we have a lot of African championships is coming. They have junior games and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. So after the regional games, we will give them to Ghana Amateur Athletics, Ghana Athletics.
Come on, the banner. This is no musa ne baba koka so betu America na NBA abrofi ba US and say UK for ba and foreign country bi aba no say ko Rafa obey my na Ungo Tumrika Ghana is a foreign country no also one to be a Ghana into say Nebano Sudrunes Abrofo and country be a foreign country but because one call no go to us so no pay dues Ghana.
And also what the opposite oye I've been running for Ghana for some time. We go America, I'm back. It be also a chance. Be a better Ghana because of the track and field he can get a chance to stay outside. I will let him go. Send him here, no, so corner uncle Yebi.
Fancy a Koran was in the baby pejana, Mekano Tua, Obijana Manako, na onso ako twaso fancy and fancy wa.
Mate, Menase, Steve. I want to know Kasai. Mami Shasim.
Happy birthday. On your body, Wotum.
Amen.
Vivia Enkoye and Fama Pa and Quatinting and it's yeah. Nanapoli asam no ayasama eha because media adana ade ni besi ni nyina ni hu no but there ya na ma mere ho e wo Ghana ne say if you live in a country na common essentials be nebo ayedin if you live in a country where there is no quick response team not only given to certain privileged people, then you know that you are really living in hell. Because Omaina a woman asemsi
now you knew omo asem see a omo responsibility said the next minute or two they have to be there to rescue people. Actually say yenti, and that explains why we have a lot of churches in Ghana. So proper ambulance service, better roads, quick response teams near a year. Unsa hana bibi ejashe nyaminsa bebre. But omu preach kwa nimu o say yen wo wono kra no nimu wo na yem. Ti wo de no be hia we na mfa. O South Africa na ye namkwa no su ba bisa.
Okay.
And pick up bi and obi did need the na pem to aha ko bi be see about hey what who dey. I think I lost the video. I will try and see say if I still have the video. Meseni Amashadra.
Mokobo a Kaiser no.
And car no about to kakrao.
I say damage no crash.
Nyadi ku nipa. James a bumper and a yato form. Nehona wow police car you ambulance ho. Just a chrome hon. The value in nipano ninkwa. But a hano yepe a wufo som any a diside. The country that we live in, we prioritize yankwa ye yamonsa we are mama than say ye say the ambulance response team assembly wa ntowa over fana try.
True.
But Saunam and Krankwaso Tamalukwan, all the big major routes. Obi articulator, a funny pet to Abro so I made it for to drive a barco. Nana car not say, now a Jensi Quani. Our care will be more, no be abishi and any pearl. So I feel accident to Nipa bear 6,000 near Tro, Yasa Tro numbers number. Na nipa no wu anewu nti omo mako school edure chire ne ebia anwene ho da say yesade a na ade na yempe emergency medical response team awo major roads no highways ebia akra Kumasi or Bear4 takrade
say itimi ye police barrier no na ade wo kwaso no you bet me aye be emergency quick response unit.
I say we there
that's really doctors and nurses be an ambulance for
just for
say be a see baby some few minutes drive to a home drew.
But no question me say the irony is that you me your life here why and shada in here Ghana sir. If you survive it's by grace. If you die many people died yesterday. So you are just one of those people. The next point of call, Ayasafu, Yakopada Katia Diama. We don't care about, we don't cherish the souls. Until we beat me beja articulator track, ne kunipa. But nka, sabi, nyansa ninim di enchre yese. And your man pet sa cars ya, cars ya, na fa, yempe bebre.
Touring cars
inti sebia Kumasi inner city in our car says ejuso kwan yisua within 1 hour also be for free so one fire fa at the police station oh beji ya jo 3,000 Ghana cedi 4,000 Ghana cedi 5,000 Ghana cedis as penalty car need do 1 month now be fire the nation has the right to auction the car. You're very responsible, but we don't care about enkwa. Ma panyi bi honka so bi aye ni say whoever the corporate is ye be chi nipa
baby a o shebia
akohe bo ye bo na nka scan nim e do no o man nti ono o ya ambassador for the league though ya man appointment ana obi someone near Trimodin and our general cry feelings. You see, they can't brofo. We are still on it near Cambrofo. But the Yanam in Blemu be me blame you Kwesi Bruni the British. I'll bet you brofo casa. and internet say because Sebi fancy what that guy did was a foolish stupid act and cannot so me the tree kasa me the angoraka any other language ebema ne buofu. That is why when you insult people Chroma with that dialect they are tempted to take you on. But all the brofono can they don't mind. So nyame ana ebeka se mfa na crancy and you will be an free nyame. I don't subscribe to that notion. So I was so speed top speed then I'm ha kopem more you who's in nyame na frail. So it saddens to me because I saw him on a day and I saw how devoted I was the league baby anywhere ya kwa kotokoni nipa miensa pe and I say kind of real supporters everywhere they are there. Bakubia your friend one man supporter ono no say mepe ne video sisia na as part of enso ya celebrating no because e bi mo fan say Shadrack be active na nka waboa me kakra
oh Shadrack mon check
me yana Shadrack me yana me the video
also on the say
ono omo friend no one man supporter ono ani dino crowd go bi ehun da bebe bi e be ko bia no ha odi club na chi a o support club no Sankrofo we no na Ghana League na nkasa no we mu ene edi league na chi o. These are the people that follow the league everywhere. Ye call Benin ko ball match surprisingly na saa nipa no aba bedru
Benin ho
aba Benin ho minim kwan ya ofa so a oba Benin
asa oba chamo no Shadrack mo cry in interview me kai mo game bi wo baba ya haya
enti Shadrack me de esene na ohun nipa ya America na say ono ena Franca ya no Colossine television ana na Napoli we muni nipa miensa baby asante kotoko beko bia na rerugu team no trat tamale duduru ekwano so baby he was there baby odi team nechi so say
now lugu obai
miss odru kwani yeah ansa na ya trek ya dru no odru mu a say our halfway through journey no because of the passion for football yes yeah baby papa make us ye dwene nipa ho ne emphasize sabi we dey ebi akwase ampa bi ono ni bibi enti no oye do ye ya anke be regarding no as such Poladians anke be regarding no but yes oko na yeguso hwehwem na nsia panyini bi ho na ne ho kan nduru ayi yes cruise ni akoche wo enti yehu ni say sani amoka say every sound person ni vote account no yehu say the same sound person the life e matter tunu nan kwano so a ebia yehwe mo jagu wo hosa krofo apake kaso ya pake kaso ni so sa anajusu kwano so yetum na obi ababo yesi accident say we glorify those things and on ema ye nije to a certain extent obi afa ade abewo no okọ wajene crefree ni sem anunti na ye kroma bibia ye say yenya manyame nyame ne be say but asoro no na mekopa say mejai but omo kan say the 70th day owi ade nyina or say it is finished nti menya sure so obo bibi papa bi but odim nimdia manipa tibroni oye oxygen nyenya na de miracle de breno nimdia no suahunu ana ode ye which means nyame this time na also rested na body no toaso nti saa nyansa na obi di South Africa say emergency response team wo ho de important ni ye nipa na kra polito form no ne emergency response team and the usual
ambulance driver kwana so mu so
moye privilege kakra Yamedomo no the mujina position be a mama some ram for so ma omu ni bini omunika for because yeah there be a meka say if we are seeing insult nyina obetime the insult be e di matem but the other yemia me cry ebe ko off and say cratch ni pa no yese
say was schooly
what school you nim say wo say unim dia no bro sa dia no so
the moment
you
say cratch dia
dabi ti o kono dwom ma fo no ma me fo no asabi bi o mo go school no e ka say cratch ni pa na yese a sa da no ko say ana say unye nsuo bi etimi fra ni pa tom na ko. We can't educate people whilst the problems of the people in solve it. As I any service to the country. So educated people are supposed to lead the way. My papa we you but to be at the Burkina articulator truck, abe park you on Crankwana, so was I say. Or no any meeting up a bush be more koda. Ghana for ma mo kwani here mo vote no vote to be o mo de ade abomo mawu eh normal nipa wu da bia ba okọ kru bi so a the emergency response obi wo ho aka ne say ya within 30 minutes obetwe african no so do akopake wo ho wa wo dia no beje ni asama penalty sa inti dana pole wa be yo de is all the nyame na frɛ no nyame no on frɛ someone no bi bedi na yanya ho bibia anti continue resting in peace. Yeah, honorable say your friend the day are you no aye bia Ghana because of loyalty. And Nkrumah no are very loyal to Ghana. But Ghana for ya na ye cool etu no. Also twan ho aba ko din komo bia ba bebo na omuja go nse masaka ho. Ghana does not celebrate winners. That is our nature. And it's in Asamoah and Bano Kasa, Media Mayama, Winam, Asamoah, Omunya Sama, Ayo Krunus Senior Minute and Sana.
Was a chance of Kwame Kaise because the last World Cup. It was about getting say because Tim Munye. I'm saying, no, half Combiana was it the World Cup? Yes, you also you train getting be in a form. As Anka Jan crowd bench and open international, the panel no guy or to bench or bomb over hard, or Massa. And so, not Jan Cranka, so be a
higher expectation leads to disappointment.
It is what Boshe.
Run to me.
The day I use so and they say Ghana will not celebrate you. Ghana has never celebrated anyone. Inti Ghana will not celebrate you. Oh yeah, why the anywhere? Now how are your statue? As you baby, now are your morale? Kessie, ufi now no I no actual. Send your bay out nana number muzo. Yena na bobra. But so mine say obe celebrate you there. It doesn't happen. Yeah, regado. A Ghana suit. A man in ya. But be grateful say obe we are so no be successful. Now Timmy achieve the dreams that you wanted to achieve. No question say your boys in a Bob Blasters baby no. Do on modern mono in shada nya convince and nya top tier. And it is because Nkayemfa Andrew Ayu mra nanka on anya ne bonus so. Nemo media me say for the sake of legacy, he should just protect his name. Because Ghana in check na ye rubbish within to say their own.
So in protecting the day's name no oh yenye day
on say TV for no betwa work up be bribe panel say on koye panditry obenye sika ho he shouldn't waste time on medina them nonsense akodi you be say oh yeah also I have 5,000 so be oh ntimi nya ono nko ntimi nya no that is the nature me who ya cho. I don't look for praise from anybody. I look for my self-satisfaction. Juma we now say me Drew say, okay, next time I try na my this time my bread Ghana. Yeah. If you travel across some African country, you understand. No, you understand why there were a lot of churches. The Ghanaian, the real Ghanaian is naturally born very wicked. He is very wicked. The Ghanaian. Ghana nini 3 months. Oh.
Mr. Pobias man or
consider artificial hoarding. Omo de anwa ko share them na no the price na call 1,500. Na minimum LW onu di onu
da no so ahode.
Onu so workshop can see auto anwa.
Digital.
Omi the password no kwa sorry them say nyame ayade. The children na unya stroke a on tiase. Wo so wo fa so na oba.
Abotre.
Anya abotre saying tell the truth to the Ghanaian. Newton, yeah, some of them are the man of Masadi, okay, and Falcon. I'm not scared of you. I'm not credit. I'm a catcher. Who's a catcher me? That is how I be. Nya fena, inti, Obi say, Asama, okay, Sana Mecano. I wouldn't waste time. And no one American until the autumn first and Zanity. Because so frame a chase and a waste of time, mammy. The Ghanaian is born wicked. Inti, They will not celebrate you. And how walk up on about saying what about 2010, what about 2014, and now what about 2022 as captain? A year. Almost from crack catch all the old domasi. A year.
That's a old year. Kakrana wa any dinner when you're more on following me paper and a crowd. To one trying a baby dinner because and now so we say now we was say a friend and you can say a friend say now you might call up and say now will be at the eagle eye and a baby hill.
Small boys no crow more EP or among grab headlines dano cremuno or more blasters.
But that boss once no man quite baby book clubs here.
More West Ham you know.
Patriotic.
Oh. Pariang. Is a Ghana day 6 matches will be actually just Ghana. The most patriotic art are now with my on the 6th of March and it's a free name in Faboton to get an immobilium.
Oh, go ahead, we are here free come what
just now over Paradise and Ghana. It doesn't change anything. So every time I feel saddened. Say we have a beautiful country. That's not to say it's not a beautiful country. It is a beautiful country. But in Yema was here, ye boa Ghana no. Me say Nkrumah J, you know, you factories so you're selfish person. Nka who remains of factories or setting up so will be near you. Ka who say will labor. Unzi see labor run about. Why do you know that say the interior for labor office? Inti first and sanka ope will be so may or juma or cornea login the number free. Okay, I will be able to any say. Inti sikane ya tuya ha nipa no wie obeje ene masa ho nya akọ adwuma kitua we a obeye unim so sisi damfo pa. So the Ghanaian is born wicked. That is why there are a lot of churches around. To ya ne de nyame somna sutu na wa calm down because ye jawu na yes obufu a amfa nyame na anya ya de obeye no dangerous to society. Ti dede while you be you have nothing to prove again. Me makase se mo opportunity to set up a blasters team elbow our more prime obebubi because of your efficiency. But baby ejina idea Mr. Edimpa na ye pa
sanka wo mom na wo selection there. How did they because of the efficiency?
Yes, you're very efficient. Or you're very potent. Or you're very potent.
The Ghana for Bekanti.
And na dia waye ninti eye first
munko say no
kwa onze o mampanyin ko for da bia me huna na mani age oye wi e no akotra fi din Ghanaians will not celebrate you. We are not made to celebrate people. Until be odi area ye na ko onze ngwa for mutimi friend na 3 Lions legend ni ye say asamwane yo no ye at the World Cup 6 goals yenya Wontumi Samuel Eto'o Didier Drogba munyina intimi andrew numbers no achieve intinka was ye bibi strong Emajan
because to date utu kwa
yes
maybe a Ghana abu asamoah
and interestingly he's the first person to have scored at the World Cup our Cologne Stephen Appiah na assist or J say Nkrofo celebrate you be a
first World Cup
na ke ball match ni wie na boot na or the boy, you know, Kiamani in Shebi near any monument, ewo baby, I celebrity. so ati ase ebia ohini jan ikra yi ne din akras we so ye de massa mo jan and sani I starlet 92 or one avenue nanke blasters first world cup nanka ya name bibi after them but nothing of that sort NSC inti
Wontumi
yame ya adom na you hu say ya dede onyo bia wo hia world cup sikale aye bibia inti for the sake of your own sanity. So my chorus and every with team the now yes I will back to the blasters one shot enkoye. Now like yesterday, you know, the entire Uncle World Cup, people then did not know so much of the rules. So I record, but no bit more about third game. Yeah, because only Habib Bey, El Senegal, Afcon, Koya, Egypt, Ankoye, and Okoje record. But he was the finest then. I still feel pain for him.
Also, la Sunday, Makase, ono enebia busana. So be prima can crepa, dear Bagum se Ghana for the Iana, any ya. But if you want to mean Case no cre, is our World Cup no one for Uncle.
Yeah.
We call 4. So you see born homoding, so Mr. First game, Mr. Second game, and even yes, I'm qualified to call the next
quartet, no show more.
Now call 2 games scrabble.
Appear,
first ever.
ACN, lie, now show born F.
Steve, maminya may quick na easy. Emra, Sharak, mommy and birthdays so real quick. Bring him crana easy and far a year. Neomano and some Mamu Prince Papa to but the other kind. Happy birthday to Odogu machine Odogu and your birthday, baby Obiano, Yaminton Supango birthday no sona on your Kasiam say Shawatas will feel bank or babia and ayo de Yame and Wakuma Swadi Manafi on Tretre Washimo Dogu machine. Enjoy your day to the max. And also to a brother from another mother and no a Blaze man Italy. Blaze and ayo also birthday and so a policeman I would have blaze babia obiano nyame and so enye wakoma so ade ma do abon pa channel o manemrem na fe te bre so emfa so enjoy your day bro. Happy birthday to Theophilus Asiedu glorious academy overseas and our schoolie and your birthday yema happy birthday na nyame